Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Victoria 3, and we are going to be playing as Krakow. We are continuing our run. Last episode, we tore out all our hair. With having difficulties because we couldn't downsize the railroads because of the new laissez-faire laws. We needed to downsize the railroads because we procced the event for the Metropolitan Railway, which does give you a 100% throughput bonus. And this was way too much throughput to subsidize in order for us to get the infrastructure on our main economic center of the capital. And so that was a big pain. We had to switch all the way back to, or not back to, because we started with laissez-faire, but we had to switch to interventionalism. If we get a good chance, we'll probably swap back to laissez-faire to get a better transfer. Being able to downsize stuff is really nice, though. I think that this specific event, combined with interventionalism, is particularly dangerous. We also did fight Russia, I believe, and took Lesser Poland, and we're probably going to try and fight them again this episode. In the interim, we put a whole bunch of stuff in the construction queue, notably extra construction centers. So in addition to maybe fighting Russia here, we're probably going to try and get up to 500 construction this episode, and really get things cranking. Really importantly, though, and I think that this is probably a detail that I'm going to make a video about, for the barracks is, when you first construct a barracks, you have the secondary equipment adjustment and the primary equipment adjustment. I believe this is new in patch 1.2, with the initial construction and swap over. But what you can do is you can construct just a single one when you are anticipating ramping up your military significantly, and then right before the war with Russia, we'll up this barracks to like level 30 or 40 or however high we want it, particularly in Lesser Poland, because labor is a little bit cheaper there. Although, actually, I think they pay the military the normal wage, so it doesn't matter where it is, but it won't drive up the price of labor as much as it does in Western Galicia. When we add more barracks in Western Galicia, because there's already such a high demand for labor and the standard of living is really high, it'll just drive it up even more. And when we do it here, since it's a lot more rural here, it will drive it up by a smaller margin. So, let's be on our way. Ooh, actually, I did not know. Large Jewish population here. Ashkenazi. No obsessions or taboos. Interesting. I haven't seen too much of that. Alright, let's continue. I guess it makes sense. And we get plastic production, because we did swap over some PMs as well. We get glassworks building throughput, or Austria-Hungary gets research for plastics. I think we just want glassworks. We did also swap over a whole bunch of PMs and stuff, and just like dial in everything in terms of the economy. There was something I wanted to point out, but I forgot what I wanted to point out, so we'll be off on our way. It might have been just talking about, you know, what we just talked about. But we do have a couple more oil things at the front of the queue. These should finish employing because oil is particularly expensive. It's really nice that we have oil here in the capital, and we can make good use of it. Election results are in Krakow, and we get the Radical Party. Radical Party wins. I don't think we can reform the government in any particular way. Yeah, so if we really wanted to push laissez-faire, we could do something like this. But I think I'm content to keep, well, I really like the trade unions being plus 20. This is really nice. Would really love to improve the Intelligentsia's happiness. And in fact, I think we might actually go for new voting laws just to do this, especially because no one opposes them. And so what we will have to pay for this is we will have to lose some authority. Oh, that's what we did. I also took off a bunch of the edicts, leaving just encouraging manufacturing here, and instead put them on consumption taxes, and I think I decreased taxes here, just kind of getting everything in situated so we can be plus 32 to build a bunch of more construction. But I think what we might be doing now is we might be switching our voting system, because it would make everyone really happy, and so I would be more than happy to get the bonus on the Intelligentsia again, the plus 50% migration attraction. So I would love to pass a law that makes them happy right now. And everyone really loves universal suffrage, and universal suffrage will make it way easier for our government to be very, very, very legitimate. So I think we might go that way. We could go census suffrage, just kind of you know, as an in-between, except I think some people support census suffrage, but not universal suffrage as the base. And so if the radicals die, because currently radicals just support universal suffrage, but if we go census suffrage and the radical intelligentsia guy dies, he will oppose swapping to universal. So we might just do this off the bat. And the trade unionists really love it too, which is great. So we can start getting their bonuses back. So let's just go that. Everyone loves it, except the landowners, but they can suck it. So, we also, I think at 89, are going to be getting our truce over with Russia. And so that's really when we're going to ramp everything up in February of 89. So at the beginning of 89, Austria-Hungary, unredacted. A book rejected for publication in Austria-Hungary due to their restrictive laws has been accepted by Krakow publisher. Yeah, of course it is. Also, there is a danger here. We have a very significant danger. And that is, by my knowledge, I think we might get booted out if our GDP gets bigger than theirs. And so we have to get access to the coast before we get booted out of Austria-Hungary's market. Otherwise, we will get clapped. We might be able to join their market after, but it's not that much bigger. So we have to try and push towards the capital. So we're going to be going for Mazovia and Lithuania in this next war against Russia. Springtime of the peoples. To complete reactionary victory, all interest groups in Krakow do not have radical. Oh, so we're not going to do that. We're fine with the radicals. If completed, we get revolution victorious. Yeah, we like the revolution. So, springtime of the people. We are also, a big reason why we, just to talk about the edicts that we put down, or we got rid of a little bit, you know, we got rid of road maintenance, which was really, really good when we were on one state and only constructing on that state. I think the more important bonus is the construction efficiency, because it effectively just gives you 10% more construction, which is huge. But since we're constructing in both states, it's a lot worse, and the extra infrastructure is a lot worse in the face of the fact that we did get the 100% throughput bonus from the event on our railways. So we still have plenty of infrastructure to work with. And now that our construction center's finished, we started at around 250. We're starting to lose some money, but this is okay. And it's kind of adjusting. I guess we kind of hit the nail on the head. We want to just be barely gaining with what we did, and that seems to be where we're at. Let's see if we have... Alright, we're going to build just a little bit more on the government admins. Actually, we probably have some in the queue. Maybe? Probably, maybe. We do not, so we will just build one over here. I guess going phones in the near future might be nice. That 11k is not what we plan for, but we can always increase taxes. The standard of living is coming up. The taxes will not lower us into a deeper rung here. And so we can increase taxes, but taxes won't... They'll also decrease the investment pool transfer. So I think we're just going to try and hold on and go as long as we can without increasing the taxes. If we can get away with it. Let's see. We do need this motor industry is going to be reserved for cars, so we don't want to ramp it up too much. We are building tooling workshops tall here. For the most part, we're going to be trying to 51 stuff here. I think maybe we want to speed up a little bit. But this is starting to get to the point where we do want to slow down the rate of play, so we don't make mistakes. Or we make fewer mistakes. We're going to make mistakes no matter what. That's just the nature of things. I guess we don't really need to be researching bolt action as much right now. No, we do, because we wanted to go automatic machine guns in the near future. To have them for the Russia war. In fact, we might need to get them before Art Silk. In order to have them for the Russia war. Yeah, I think we will. Actually, I think we just won't have them in time for the Russia war. Either way. A bit unfortunate. We'll just go this. So seeing as we won't have them for the Russia war, it looks like. Can we even fight them, though? So 27. So a big part of this is going to be, can we get Austria-Hungary or Germany to help us? Yeah, 360. Although we will very easily double or triple it before the war. That is not going to be enough to really fight them, so we will need the help of one of these boyos. Preferably Germany. Germany helped us in the last one. And so it's a year until we can do it. We are losing money, so we also want to be a bit of a surplus. I guess maybe the construction was not the way to go, but it feels pretty good to be going up on the construction. We can also try and 51 the coal. We already had that idea here, and we took it off auto expand. Let's try and 51 the coal in here. So in order to do that, we're going to need to take a look at the infrastructure you currently got going on, and you're currently building 7 factories, so that's going to be a 21 infrastructure off of this. So that's 114. So that means you'll have another 34. So you can build 17 of these before you'll need a railway. Mainly going to be building here, by the way, because, you know, we're going to have labor's a lot cheaper here, and we wanted to get this to 51 for max economies of scale throughput bonus. The coal mines are really, really profitable right now anyways, and so pretty okay with that. They also empower the industrialists. We're pretty okay with the IG groups. This is starting to recover, so we could put the dampening on the speed at which this is coming back up by increasing the taxes. This seems fine to me, and we would also help us get more funding to up construction even more. Also kind of need to prepare for the war a little bit. I guess we're going to go construction center 10. By the end of the episode, I really would like to be on 500 plus construction. We get film unlocked, so we'll swap the PMs and we'll probably get the event. Arts Academy is pretty chalked up, so there we go. The movement picture. I think we'll probably be getting... Well, actually, we're going to see which bonuses we need. So we kind of have all the bonuses. Everyone really loves us. Wow. We're going to take this, though, I guess. But look, everyone loves us. Plus 10 with everyone. Happy day. Everyone's a big fan of universal suffrage. Of course, when it passes, we will need to get rid of a consumption tax, which is another reason to up the taxes. We will be getting rid of wine. And we will just float the negative 3.5. Springtime of the People is completed. Path to Liberalism completed. They are successful. I think we want the Loyalists. We are less concerned about the effects of legitimacy, especially because we're going to get super legitimate next election. And let's think. We get Liberal Trailblazer. So we can give him, I think we're fine with the radicals. And so we can either go give Carol Bem 50 popularity or not. I think we want the popularity because that's going to give us more authority for free. Very nice. So now we are not running a deficit. And we also got rid of consumption tax, and we get freedom of trade, marketplace of the world. I think we'll go buy. Not sure which one we do. I don't even know if we're running any trade routes personally, actually. We're not personally running any trade routes. I think we would want buying if we have a problem. So we will just continue on. Have several months before we can fight Russia again. I guess we're just going to save and then see what our wars look like. And so to that end, I think we will also want to ramp up this. We're going to ramp it up to a neat level 25. We would like to have it higher in the capital, but the capital's labor is just a lot more expensive, you know. So this place still has a lot of peasants. I'd rather build it here because it will not drive up the price of... It's going to be the same wage for all the military guys no matter what, because they all get paid the same wage, but it'll also push migration here as well, but it will drive up the price of the labor, let's say in the tooling workshop, by a smaller amount. That place is having trouble employing. I know you have the qualifications. It just takes a little while for the peasants to come out. That's okay. We also just finished a lot of this, so it should be a little time I think it's easier to employ the mines generally, and we're also finishing mines. We're going to get everyone to come out and play, hopefully. But after that, we should actually be losing money at a decent clip. But we will have about 100 construction ahead of where we were at the start of the episode, so hopefully we could grow into this. We are 51ing a lot of stuff as well, so hopefully that extra throughput is really nice for us. I guess the Arts Academy would be next, except steel is going to be having a bit of a come up here. I do have the railways on auto expansion, but I do think we have to manage it by hand. Let's see. Would really be nice to get these down. We currently have really high approval, but this is going to fade away in the not too distant future. Are you an alcoholic? Hell yeah, brother. That extra influence, you schmoozer, you. I think we've kind of just been improving relations with everyone we possibly can. I guess we'll improve with Austria-Hungary. We don't care if Brazil likes this. We're rivaling Brazil, so that's a lost cause. Or sorry, we don't. Yeah, we don't care if Russia dislikes us. And we have a... We do want to maintain good relations with Austria-Hungary, though. And we keep getting events that causes us to make them mad. But they are our market leader. We definitely don't want to receive the boot. I mean, I think... Germany's cautious. Germany being cautious against us is not ideal. Let's see. What are your rivalries? You're rivaling... but you're rivaling our overlord as well. I forgot. But the rival relationship with Russia is nice for us. They have some Scandinavian problems. So let's take a look at Scandinavia and how strong they are. Not too strong, but they would be nice to have. They're protective as well. It would be nice to have in a war against Russia. I think after the next war with Russia, they'll be pretty kneecapped. We might even release... So I think Belarus is better for the objective of forming either Poland or Polish-Lithuania. Releasing Belarus is going to be better for us, but we might release Ukraine just for the purpose of, how should I say, kneecapping Russia as much as possible. And so this I am interested in doing. We'll just up the speed a little bit. We do have a lot of construction queue to get through. Once these steel mills finish, we need to think about what we want to be doing. The coal is very, very cheap. It's going to be much cheaper as well. So let's just take a look at how things look in the market. Yes, we did explain that we needed more engines, I think, last episode. And the glass is a little expensive. So maybe a little bit more glass at the end of all this. And probably going to need another railroad here. Don't want to do stuff about the engines here particularly. Would rather solve the engine problem here, so I guess we'll just do this and see how things shake out. The amount of money we're losing, I think, is less than the amount that our credit line is growing. Well, now we're just gaining money, and so we'll be in good shape. We do have to add a little bureaucracy, I think. I do love bureaucracy. Would be nice if we got telephones. Sorry. We have one of the techs, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have central planning already, so going telephones would be reasonable. / nice. Mechanized farming is about to nat spread here, which is decent for the livestock farms, and we will go tractors. I still don't think we're going to employ anything in the 3 rye farms we've built, or really, but we will go tractors in them anyways. And we're starting to grow out of this deficit here. Scandinavia's improved relationships was broken. Of course, because it's already too high. We can also let the auto queue make some choices once we get there. Hopefully this increases employment a little bit. We do love ourselves some labor-saving PMs. And then we do have more than one place. Nice. We're stealing their pops, and hopefully their boys to fight in our war in a sec. And these barracks are kind of finishing right on time here. And if we take a look, we built that one barracks way ahead of schedule, and all the other barracks are a little bit behind. The one barracks makes sure that we do not have the negative modifier on the PMs, which is quite nice. Although we do have to obviously fill all these vacancies. But they will fill at a fine rate. So, I think it was early February. We will just take a look at what the war looks like. Why are we making so much money? That seems like a mistake. Or we're not utilizing all the construction. Yeah, okay. So I guess let's take a quick look at what the auto queue thinks. The auto queue isn't thinking at all. Oh, right. We turned off all the auto queue on all of our stuff because it was being stupid. That's right. It was continuing to build despite not having enough infrastructure, which is really not where you want to be. I think we can do paper in the other place, so we won't build paper there. And then we will build a little bit, I think. We'll try and get our economy a little more balanced and go some more rye farms as well. I'm not expecting them to necessarily employ, but I just want to get them in the queue so they're building. And let's take a look at infrastructure, how much we have and how much we need. So plus 19 is not a lot, plus 84 is quite a bit. Of course, there's already several railroads being built here, but we'll expand glass a little bit more here. And then here we'll expand motors a little bit more. Try and stay ahead of kind of where we're going a little bit. These are barely getting employed, but our output's gone up by quite a bit. These are really profitable, so we'll add some. And that does fill out the queue. We're still making quite a lot of money. A lot more than I anticipated. I think we'll just max these out, these iron mines, or we'll just add that. That'll be fine. I think after all this, you might need a rail. So we'll put it in. And maybe go a little bit... Well, let's see if we can get a good war. If we can get a good war, we'll put a little bit more military in the queue. Ahead of schedule. I think it was February 18th. So let's take a save. I really wish that it was a lot more transparent what the things would look like in terms of the plays. Why can't I do a play? Oh, March 2nd. I feel like that moved. I thought it was in February. Anyways. And we'll decide, based on if we can get a good war, we'll decide kind of where we're doing in terms of spending our little surplus. Although I think I'm kind of a little bit keen on maybe just riding this 14k out. If we do have a bit of a problem, but let's take a look. So we want to declare for Mazovia and see who will join us. We would face these guys, that's fine. Notably, France is no longer in there, so let's just see what it looks like. We can sway 2 countries. So it looks like this war is going to look pretty good here. And we won't need much more of a military, so I think we're just going to ride this 14k for now, especially because we're going to mobilize conscripts, I think. But maybe just out of here we'll mobilize the conscripts, and this will hopefully be the last time we need to use conscripts. We'll actually start mobilizing them. Alright, let's sway you. Now, with an obligation, they can turn us into a protectorate. It's kind of not something we want, but we really want this territory. So, we're going to offer it. And then... ask for more stuff. And if they leave, we'll reload. And if they don't, this will be good. Offer liberate subject? No. Offer liberate country? No. Offer return state? We could return state. That would be kind of least border gory. Don't know why it has all these thumbs up, but it doesn't have options. I guess it's saying in principle that they would take this, but not in practice. And then I think we'll have enough maneuvers to take another state ourselves and maybe war reparations. They are minus 15, so we might want to even make another save just to make sure the war pops off. We can do... I think conquer Lithuania. This will kick us over 25, so let's see if everyone leaves. Well over 25. And then we'll go for war reps, because we can't afford to release Belarus, unfortunately. And then we'll put this as a... Ooh! Gives 10 infamy. I think they will fight this, but it gives 10 infamy to take that extra. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down an edict here. So let's do this. Does our guy have the cheaper edicts thing? Or, sorry, decrees? No, he doesn't. So we're going to have to pay more and more. That won't work. We have to get rid of this, which our people will like, I guess, in order to promote enlistment efforts here, which will dramatically increase the number of conscripts we're getting. This is going up to 105. France sides with Russia. Not sure we can win this. So we might just reload. Huh. Don't like France siding with Russia. France, what are you on about here? Oh, you have a trade agreement with Russia? Yeah, this has gone into the really unwinnable zone. So I'll just take a load, and I guess I will be constructing more. A little bit unfortunate here that we can't get that war through. There's something to be said for like the realism of starting a Diplo play, being really uncertain how it shakes out, but it seems uncertain because the game mechanics are, not because they're subtle and nuanced, but because there's like a lack of transparency. But maybe this is not a good take or complaint, but we instead will just up construction here more. One thing notably that caused us to start making a whole ton more money is when we finished integrating Poland, because the what is it called? The normal wage, which is the wage you pay all government officials, is calculated based on the average wage of all your incorporated countries. And so as soon as this became incorporated, it decreased the normal wage, or the wage that was being paid to all of the government wages, by a large margin. I probably should have screenshot that and talked about it a little bit more, but that is an important thing to keep in mind. So we're getting a ton of mass migration events. We were not getting any when we were Little Krakow. It does seem to be tied to having a full state. You can't get mass migration without it. And now we have 2 full states to get mass migration events too, which is nice. Alright, let's just see what we're researching again. Art Silk. Okay, so long term, we need to be able to fight Russia again. We're really not strong, but we can't. It's so hard for us to get, like, super chalked up. Because our standard of living, no matter what's going to be really, really high. If we take a look relative to the rest of the world, you can kind of see. And this standard of living makes having a raised army very, very high. Or expensive. I think we'll up the university by some. Look to get a little bit more research as well. Put it at the back. Ooh, we should be on this. get a little bit more economies of scale action in there. Glasswork is coming up a little bit. I think we'll increase this by 1. These are not super profitable, but they will auto-expand when given the chance. If we keep a close eye on this stuff, we can... Ooh, you're actually employing. So... more than happy to up those a little bit. Like, these are employing as well. I think we are going to focus in... Yeah, we're not going to build any rye farms here because we can get the livestock up to 51 for max economies of scale throughput bonus, but we cannot get the rye farms up to 51 at the same time. So we'll just put this on auto expand. I think we'll get... I think we'll take the throughput. That'll be nice. And then I am kind of keen on getting the livestock here to maybe to 51 and then stop expanding it and then doing rye farms only. But I think it wouldn't be too dangerous to let the rye farms auto expand. Nice that they are profitable after we get some tractors up in this bitch. Wallachia has really... Do you have oil? Why are you have such a high SOL? The 5 free construction is so much nicer in terms of like evaluating what the AI is doing. 1 state minor AIs just generally outperform relative to how it looks like they might otherwise because of the free 5 construction, I think. Do have a little bit of an army now. I really wish we could use it. Can't really do anything. Except get ready to declare war on Russia. Yeah. We could try and wait until they're doing something. Until they're occupied with something. I don't know. We're going to have to add more to the construction queue here in a sec. Let's take a look at how our infrastructure currently looks. You have a ton of extra. You have a little extra... Lesser Poland is having qualifications problems, which is a little unfortunate. So we might either have to cool our jets here or build a uni. Looks like we do need more oil rigs anyways, so more than happy to oblige. I just build a little smattering of these. So we do want to build up here more than the other place. We did just drop a whole ton of factories, and so this makes sense that they're having qualification problems. We'll try and get this up higher for a bigger throughput bonus. I think the music is broken, actually. I was trying to... Something felt wrong. Figured out it was. Armed forces are no longer happy with us. No. It's actually a pretty important balance to have, a bonus to have in these wars with Russia that are going to be actually relatively close. We could swap back to... Or we could swap to a different tax method. I think we're fine where we're at. I would kind of rather have parliamentary republic, but... Can always go old age pension. I want to keep that one in my back pocket when I'm trying to make the trade unionists happy. It's very nice that we are getting all 3 of these super nice bonuses between the Intelligentsia, the trade unions, and the Industrialists. I think we can afford to build more construction. Don't mind running a very slight deficit. It's kind of about where we want to be at. We want to also not kind of go too far past halfway of debt because we want to have a little wiggle room for if we fight Russia. If or when we fight Russia, rather. It's unfortunate that France Alright, so France is now involved in a play. So we're going to take a save and try and see if we can fight Russia now. Because if France is in a play, they're less likely to join Russia. And so we're going to see if we can do the play we want. It's also kind of critical. I do not want to get booted out of Austria-Hungary's market. I'm not sure exactly how the mechanic works. I think if your GDP gets bigger than theirs and you're just like inside their market, it boots you out. And then we can't do enough trade routes to make our economy work if this happens. But if we can get to the sea, maybe we can. So this is kind of important. So we are going to go after Mazovia and Poland. And it looks like no one wants to join us. And in fact, Austria-Hungary wants to join against us. That's not ideal. So we're going to take a load. Just high variance. So I guess we're just going to be building. That can make our strategy for going machine guns a little bit better. We're trying to go machine guns earlier. So let's take a look at our tech and try and think where we want to be. We definitely want art silk. Telephones would be nice because we have really expensive labor, so this means for the government administrations we would not have to build another government administration for some time. It is gnat spreading to us though, so I guess we could just take the gnat spread and just go this. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's the play. We are kind of getting close to having all the techs. Also getting a little bit close to the end date, despite not, you know... we have a lot of work to still do if we want to form Poland. We're at 400 construction, so we're up about 150 on the day. Play for power. I think I'm just gonna let these guys get bricked. The leader of the trade unionists retires. What IG did we get? A jingoist. Unfortunately, I think the last guy was a radical, and so now he hates universal suffrage, whereas before he did not. Unfortunate, we lose the bonus now. He's also Big Madge, not Big Happy, Big Madge, which of course explains this business. But, okay. You caught us with our hand in the cookie jar a little bit. We can of course increase taxes, but I think we're just gonna not increase construction for a hot minute and try and build through this. We will put you on, yeah, you're on auto expand already. Do we have rubber in our market? I don't think we will. But maybe Austria's done something about it. No, we got a little opium. Maybe we swap to the opium PMs in the military. How much opium would this use total? 110. I think we can swing it. It'll be a little expensive, I guess. So maybe make the swap when we get machine guns as well. This is a lot of cheddar. Based on the decreased taxes. But the decreased taxes do make people wealthier, so it's not like it's just destroyed. Could also do something like this. And then in order to get rid of this negative, go for laissez-faire, which we kind of would prefer anyways, which would get out of that negative malice. It would bring the trade unionists down to 10, which is not negative. The landowners are we don't care about, and the okay, I think I like this. I don't like that we're going to be illegitimate while we're doing it, but I think we would rather have laissez-faire anyways. So let's do it. And they're mad, but that's fine. Well, it's kind of fine. We do have to pay more for military goods, which is no small negative, but now these guys are not mad at us, so we're not getting a -20 manufacturing tax income, and importantly, most importantly, we actually want laissez-faire anyway, so. At least for now. Probably until SOL gets around 26, 27. As a kind of general heuristic. We do need to find more stuff to put in the construction queue somewhere. Let's just take a quick look at infrastructure. Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit more. You got a fair amount there. And then somehow our arts academies are still going on strong, so we'll just add more. And you guys are kind of doing okay. We'll add a few. Really trying to chase the level 51s. We're going to build up textile mills and tools in here and try and approach 51 there. Synthetic plants, we might need more of if we're going to turn on this thing. Switching to rayon. It's like it's not going to be profitable, but we would like to have this in our back pocket. But if it's not profitable right now, maybe we just skip art silk for now. I thought it was going to be really profitable. We'll just skip art silk for now. We can come back to it if we suddenly have no silk. We are gaining a little bit now. Freedom of thought, and we get... I think we're going to... Oh, we have a lot of arts academies. We don't have a lot of unis. We should probably have more unis. We get open arms, which is... This is such a stupidly strong thing. I don't know why anyone would ever do the 100 prestige for 5 years over this. Very, very strong. 25% migration attraction. And we need to put some more stuff in the queue. Let's take a look at your infrastructure. You're kind of got like 58-ish. That's going to take up 15 of it. $15, $20. So we can do 10 manufactories. I think we'll just do like this. And stick a railroad at the back. It'll take a little bit for the qualifications to sort out. That's a lot of engineers needed. So we're going to build a university here. This does seem to be a pretty big nerf. Well, part of it's we're building up really, really fast, but I think that they've changed qualifications a little bit. But we'll build one uni. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, let's look at what France is doing. What Russia's doing. We would love to take another chunk out of Russia. Don't think it's in the cards at this current point. We're gonna increase this by 1. Can you spread faster telephones? You can. We actually just need more unis. Kind of probably been making a bit of a mistake not building more. We can have more than double the current innovation we have. Although, like, obviously it takes money to run unis as well, and like yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably okay. We're just also turning a bit of a corner where we have a lot more money, although this isn't going to help. You can get rid of that. Is uncomfortable. Brings me pain. Would love to be on laissez-faire here. You seem to be doing even better when we build more of you, so we'll build more and more. Which I think will bring a little bit of balance to the economy. We'll build one more railroad there. And I guess we need to get another war into Russia. Like, really bad. We're just not strong enough to do it ourselves. Germany is... The problem is we need Germany somehow not cautious with us. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So we can form some trades with the Germans, right? So let's export to them some stuff, I guess. Germany has an embargo against Austria-Hungary. Okay, so we actually can't do any trade with them. This little triangle of balance is kind of a bit of a vibe to be navigating. Because we need to be friends with Austria-Hungary to, like, make our economy work. Although, part of why we're building the rural stuff, generally we'd kind of be more keen on avoiding it, but part of the reason we're building it is to give us a little bit more resilience. We do need more engines, except you're not employing. Can't always subsidize you right now, at least, though. If we wanted to bring the price of engines down, it'd bring it down for all of Austria-Hungary, though. Something we're a little less keen on. Would you be more profitable if we swapped you to electric? You would, so let's do that. Initially it was not, but initially we had really expensive electricity as well, so... We can do these. We are using the oil for other stuff. I love how we only have just all these options and that's it. Industrialists are now super happy with us. Oh no, they're a little happy with us. Yeah, they're because they got the jingoist instead of the radical, which is a bit unfortunate. Opposition puts forth demands. We're gonna acquiesce because we don't have a lot of chance to begin with, but this is a bit unfortunate because we lose their bonus. Get a Wallonian migration. Just trying to figure out how to crack this nut. In the meantime, we do have to keep the queue going. So this is auto-expanding. Anything that's auto-expanding, I think we're just going to add 5 on. And furniture... I mean, I guess we could build furniture up a bit here. That, of course, is a lot of railroad needed. So we'll just add that. Then we should be able to add a little bit more. Guess we're trying to build up the engines a little. Kind of give a smattering of stuff. You're fully employed, so we're going to add to you as well. You're probably not. Qualifications are still a problem, despite there being... Well, I mean, there are a lot of peasants, but the university's trying its hardest. But that should fix, but I guess for now we'll kind of pull off of constructing there a little bit. So you're gonna auto-expand soon, so we'll just do that for you. Is there anything that we... Nope, no valid other targets. Let's take a look at our institutions. I think we kind of sitting where we want on these. Could increase workplace safety office. Don't hate that. Doing well, kind of on all fronts here. SOL's coming on up. GDP is basically vertical, although I am nervous that our GDP is approaching Austria-Hungary's. Hopefully that does not boot us. If so, we're gonna have a really uncomfortable time. So, knowing that, why don't we do some of this as well? Armed forces are happier with us. They've deactivated their malice. On the back of their leader dying. Most dangerous game. Oh, is that how he died? Ayo. Trade unionists. Oh no. No, no, no. We lost the trade union bonus and we're unacceptable. We're gonna do laissez-faire into stuff to make the trade unionists happy. This is not good. We might even have to come off of laissez-faire just because of that. And just stick with protectionism. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sigh. Unfortunate. Well, would really rather be on laissez-faire. I think that this investment, I think this is just money from nothing. Like they have a set amount they're supposed to contribute, and this just increases that by 50% without taking 50% more money from the capitalists based on how they articulate it. So it really does seem quite a lot better. So we're gonna eat at least another tick of it, but we really want to get the trade unionists back happy again as quickly as possible as well. Spain's no longer rivaling Great Britain. Doesn't think that affects what we're trying to do. Wait, Austria-Hungary is friends with Russia now? No, come on. If we get booted out of Austria-Hungary's market, I think we try and join Germany's instead. This will improve with the US. Oh, just pain. These are so profitable. We're gonna actually 51 these in a sec. I forget the railroads have like double the bonus, so we're just gonna up these more. You're still having qualification problems. Oh, it's not too bad. You only need 13k more machinists. After this, we do want to 51 this. Pretty bad, actually. So let's look at how much infrastructure you can support. Oh, you can support a ton. It's gonna add 45. That you just about get that, so illegitimate government, so we can't pass this law. We will decrease taxes, I think. Oh, we can't get there unless we decrease a whole lot. Oh, let's just do this for now. The radical parties come apart. Now we got the Communist Party. So we're gonna do this. Try and pass our thing through. It's unfortunate. We will try and make it up to the trade unionists. Hopefully we can get this through before the election. Do have a movement to preserve interventionalism. So it's been kind of 2 years since we could declare war on Russia, and let's see. The problem is this trade. They just have such a nice. I think maybe we're supposed to align with Germany now. Given these two guys are happy with each other, we can align with Germany and kick them both around. I don't know. I don't know if I can afford another tick of laissez-faire. This is rough. if we can. So it's starting to come up, which is starting to make everything expensive again. We'll let them get the railway throughput. I think that causes us to have a huge infrastructure shortage, though. No? Weird. How bad are the qualification problems? They're getting solved. It's only 7k left that we have problem with. We, of course, are adding more of that. Let's take a look at our population, how it's split up. It's still mostly Polish. I don't think we have any integration. High tolerance for everyone, but... it's kind of pretty vertical. This one's nice. I think we go telephones in here. So it is just steadily climbing. Still trying to figure out how to get a war into them. Maybe we can just try it. I guess another one. I don't think anything's changed. Well, we can sway two now. Austria, Hungary, and Italy. That's a big block. All right, let's see what we can do here. Instant abandonment. But now only one wants to come. I guess Italy really wanted a piece of them. I think we could do it with just Austria, Hungary. We'll give them an obligation if we can get the freaking things that we want. I think in theory you should sway late, but... our general dies. That's not ideal. He was actually pretty good. Guess we'll recruit him. Take a look at the new general we can recruit. This guy is not very good. We'll set him on defense, because usually that... it seems to make less people come to the front. We're losing a lot of money, though. I think we're going to add Lithuania. Hopefully no one leaves and no one more joins. I guess we can try it again if that's the case. Thank God, we get laissez-faire. That should start going a long way to fixing the economy. And now... we will pass some laws that... or we'll wait for the end of the election and then we'll try and pass laws to appease the trade unionists. So I think we can release Belarus, but we can release Ukraine to just hurt Russia more so we can beat them up. I think we want to release Belarus though. And go for war reps as well. Might be a mistake to ask for all this in case he adds someone here, but... Alright, Communist Party wins. We'll reform the government. You win, you guys. We get the Communist bloc. Leaving the radicals in, it looks like, is okay. And then, I know you're unhappy. Trade unions. But how about this? That at least unlocks their first bonus. We lose them liking us. It doesn't even unlock their first bonus. That's unfortunate. Can we decrease taxes? No, we can't. But we can increase taxes. I think we have to. We are running this authority negative. Kind of don't want to be doing that. And did we get booted from their market? And we also got booted from the market. Jesus. Let's just double check the size of the economies. Oh, we got booted for a relationship thing because we added the war goals. Let's improve relations. Let's improve relations. Whoa, this is so uncomfortable now. I'm gonna have to import as much as possible from these guys. I think we can swap these over. No, we don't have rayon because we didn't get the tech. Uah. We can't do anywhere near the volume we need to. This is going to be just absolute pain. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. I think I'm actually going to call it an episode here. We will come back with the continuation of this pain. We ran negative relations with Austria, and then this negative relations causes us to get booted from their market. We would really like to stay in their customs union. This is unfortunate, and we have a big ship to right, and we've already been playing, you know, an episode's worth. So we'll call it an episode here. Really chill up into the point where we got booted from the market. We were looking for a war with Russia, and now we got this situation, our, like, economy spiraling into nothingness while we are mobilized. You gotta figure out a way to fix all this. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.